Hello everyone, welcome to a non-fact. So students, in this video we will solve week assignment number 10 of the course training of trainers. So viewers, I have provided you the answers of week assignment number 1 to 9 and you can see the scores. We scored 100, 90, 90, 100, 90, 190, 190. So it's time to solve week assignment number 10, okay? So this week consists of in total of 10 number of questions and we will start it from question number 1. So question number 1 is what is the primary definition of decision making? Option A is the selection of a course of action from among alternatives. Option B is identifying problems within an organization. Option C is analyzing the outcomes of past decisions and option number D is communicating decisions to employees. So the correct answer for question number 1 will be option number A, okay? That is the selection of a course of action from among alternatives. Question number 2 is what does bounded relationality refer to in decision making? Option A is making decisions without any limitations. Option B is limitations of information, time, and certainty that restrict rationality. Option number C is making decisions based on complete information. And option number D is the process of choosing the optimal alternative. So the correct answer for question number 2 will be option number B, that is limitations of information, time, and certainty that restricts rationality, okay? Question number 3 is what is the principle of the limiting factor in decision making? Option A is selecting the easiest course of action. Option B is avoiding difficult decisions. Option C is recognizing and overcoming factors that stand critically in the way of a goal. Option number D is always choosing the least expensive option. So the correct answer will be option number C, okay? Recognizing and overcoming factors that stand critically in the way of a goal. Question number 4 is what is the goal of marginal analysis in decision making? Option A is to compare the total costs and total benefits. Option B is to focus on qualitative factors only. Option number C is to eliminate unnecessary alternatives. And option number D is to compare additional revenues and additional costs arising from increasing output. So the correct answer will be option number D, okay, to compare additional revenues and additional cost arising from increasing output. Question number 5 is what does satisficing mean in the context of decision making? Option A is choosing the optimal alternative regardless of circumstances. Option B is selecting a course of action that is satisfactory or good enough under the circumstances. Option number C is making decisions based on complete and perfect information. And option number D is delaying decisions until the more information is available. So answer will be option number B, okay, selecting a course of action that is satisfactory or good enough under the circumstances. Question number 6 is in decision making, what role do qualitative factors play? Option A is they are intangible factors that are difficult to measure numerically. Option B is they are the only factors considered in rational decision making. Option C is they have no impact on the decision making process. And option number D is they are always less important than qualitative factors. So the correct answer for question number 6 will be option number A, okay, they are intangible factors that are difficult to measure numerically. Question number 7 is what are the three approaches managers can use when selecting from among alternatives? So options are institution, experimentation, analysis. Option B is experimentation, analysis, institution. Option number C is institution, experience, analysis. And option number D is experience, experimentation, research and analysis. So the appropriate answer for question number 7 will be option number C, that is institution experience analysis. Question number 8 is which decision making style involves a leader seeking input from the group but making the final decision themselves? Option A is autocratic style, option B is participative style, option C is individual consultative style, and option number D is group decision style. So the correct answer for question number 8 will be option number B, okay, participative style. Question number 9 is true or false. We just have to answer the given statement is true or false. So statement is exercise. Exercise can help in improving decision making skills by allowing participants to practice making decisions in a controlled environment. So is this statement true or false? So this is the true statement. So moving to the last question, question number 10 is why should trainers ensure that exercises are relevant to the participants' job roles? So option A is to ensure maximum engagement and applicability of skills learned. Option B is to reduce the time required for the training. Option C is to make the training more theoretical. Option D is to limit the number of participants. So before telling you the correct answers of the last question, I am requesting you to please like the video if my video helps you to score good marks in the assignments, and if it's possible then please share the video with needy ones and subscribe the channel, okay. So the correct answer for question number 10 will be option number A, okay, that is to ensure maximum engagement and applicability of skill learned, okay. So we have solved all the questions, let's submit it. So viewers, thanks for watching the video, please subscribe the channel, thank you.